I am here today to talk about non-competes and whether you should sign one or whether you should include one in your employment or contractor contract. So the bottom line is no and no. No, you should not sign one, and no, you should not include one. And I'll tell you why. And I can tell you that we don't have non-competes in our contracts for our employees or our contractors. And when I do private practice consulting, I don't encourage people to do them. I know as a group practice owner, you may want to protect your business and you want to make sure that people don't come in, get full, open an office right next door to you and take all of their clients. I totally get that. That's probably the fear of most group practice owners, is that they will turn around and give all of this business to somebody else. So I get that. I think there's other ways you can prevent that from happening. The bottom line is that in most states, in most cases, non-competes are not even legal. They're not enforceable. And so you might include one. I know a lot of people in Florida that include non-competes in their contracts, but at the end of the day, if it were to go to court, it is not enforceable. And so as a group practice owner, I have never included non-competes, and I'll tell you why. I don't want anybody to feel beholden to our practice, and I don't want to feel beholden to anybody else. So if somebody is not a good fit for our practice, I want to be able to terminate them without worrying about their clients. We always have a plan if somebody leaves, whether it's on their terms or our terms. We don't feel like somebody has to stay with us because they have a full caseload. Of course, we let people know, like if we have a contractor or an employee leaving, we let all of the clients know that person's leaving. We offer another therapist, but at the end of the day, there's nothing we can do about that. So if they decide to go with a new therapist, you could include a non-solicitation agreement in your contract. And that is very common in mental health. You don't leave, your agency or your private practice and say, hey, I'm leaving. Come follow me. This is my phone number. This is my new address, and come get me here. That is not ethical. That is not allowed. That is usually not allowed in a lot of places. And so you would say, if you are the person leaving a practice, I am leaving. I am going out on my own. If you wanted to find me, you would have to find me through Google. I have, in our field, we don't solicit. So I just wanted to let you know that I was leaving. You don't let them know where you're going and give them your phone number in the session when you're sitting in, the group practice's office. If I were to go to sign a contract to join a group practice, I probably would not sign one with a non-solicitation a non-compete, because I don't know what's going to happen in my life. I don't know if I'm going to decide I want to open up 5 miles down the road or in 1 year or in a specific amount of time. And so I think that it's important, if you are signing a non-compete, for you to talk to a lawyer. I think both ends need to talk to a lawyer. If you're a group practice owner, talk to a lawyer about non-competes. If you are joining a group practice, signing a contract, talk to a lawyer about a non-compete. See if it's enforceable. See what are the pros and the cons, or see what would happen if you broke that. Not that I would never encourage anybody to break any contract that they signed. I would never want somebody to break my contract, of course. And so I think it's really important to have clarity about what your long-term goals are. So I'm going to talk about that, about how you can make sure your long-term goals are best in your interest, either as a group practice owner or somebody working for a group practice. But first, I want to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. If you're looking for an electronic health record that's really full service, one that can help you build your solo or your group practice, your virtual or your in-person practice, your private pay, your insurance-based practice, I want you to check out TherapyNotes. They have an online portal. You can send paperwork to clients. You can submit insurance claims. You can take payment. You can run reports to see what's going on with your caseload. So I want you to check out TherapyNotes because they are fantastic. So going back to how you can protect yourself. As a group practice owner, you want to make sure you're offering enough value to your clinicians. That's how we get around this. I really make it to where if somebody were to leave our practice and go out on their own, it really doesn't make that much sense. We offer so much admin support. We offer so many clients. We offer a lot of bells and whistles like electronic health records and emails and websites and all of these other things that are so valuable, that really we are adding so much value to the people that work for us, that really non-competes, we don't have a lot of turnover, knock on wood, because people really find value in working with our practice. So I think if you can really add value to your employees and contractors, you won't run into this problem. as a employee or a contractor, you have to know what your long-term goals are. I think you need to be honest. If you in a year see yourself going into solo private practice, joining a group practice may not be in your best interest. You don't want to join a group practice and then within a year say, okay, this is not for me. I'm going to go out on my own and then, build 2 blocks or 2 doors down. That's not a good way to build a business. I'm always mindful of where I'm building, that I'm not necessarily going into markets where I have respected colleagues or in buildings where, if I know anybody. So I'm really mindful about where I'm putting my business. And I think you should be too, whether it's a solo practice or you intend to have a group practice. So I don't think anybody should really be having non-competes in the mental health world. I think in the spirit of being connected and sending referrals to each other and really making sure that we are not engaging in practices that don't benefit our long-term success as mental health practitioners. No, I don't think non-competes are going to be a winning strategy for your practice. I'll see you soon, everybody. Take care. Bye.